Thanks for checking out this book review of Crazy Rich Asians. Should you read it before the movie comes out? I've got the pros and cons for you, and I also have the full film trailer, so stick around to the end. I'll post a card, a direct link to the full film trailer. And meanwhile, don't worry, no spoilers here. Hey there, I'm Tiffany Burns. You've landed on my channel, BBTV. I host an entertainment show in Calgary called BBTV Update. I also post feature in-depth stories and book reviews. And if a book is about to be made into a movie, I'm all over it. As always, I post extra information and links below in the description here on YouTube, so be sure to check those out if you're interested in learning more. Meanwhile, on to the review. You might have heard about a new movie coming out this summer, Crazy Rich Asians. Well, it's based on a best-selling book, so I thought this was the perfect time to review it because you still have time to read it before the movie comes out. So, right here on the cover it says, there's rich, there's filthy rich, then there's crazy rich. That's a quote from People magazine. Never thought I'd be quoting People magazine, but it about sums it up. And in fact, so does the title, Crazy Rich Asians. You know what you are getting into, and what you're getting into is total complete chick lit, the Singapore version. Full disclosure here, I spent the majority of my Bachelor of Arts degree at the University of British Columbia studying English literature. I read a lot of Shakespeare. I read a lot of Chaucer. Now, for some reason, all I want to do is read chick lit. Meanwhile, not all chick lit is worth your time. So today I'm going to give you the pros and cons and help you decide whether you should read this book. Pro number one. Read it before it becomes a movie. It's always better to read the book before it becomes a movie because then the actors' faces get all cemented in your mind as the characters and you can't shake them. Now in this particular case, it's the production company that's behind the trilogy Hunger Games, and Warner Brothers is on board, so the movie looks like it's going to be pretty fun, but still, read it first. Pro number two, the author, Kevin Kwan. Not only is Kevin Kwan an international best-selling author, but he also grew up in Singapore in a very privileged family, so he knows what he's talking about. And then he moved to the United States as a tween, so he's very adept at translating it for the North American audiences. Plus, he designed a coffee table book for Oprah Winfrey. So, that's that. Number three, binge read option. Crazy Rich Asians is just the first in a series. The next book is China Rich Girlfriend, followed by Rich People Problems. They're all a ton of fun. They all follow the same characters, and yes, I've read all three. Pro number four, footnotes. Now, many history books come with footnotes, but not many chick lit books do. And since I've never been to Singapore and I don't know much about the culture, I really enjoyed them. They cover the gamut. Sometimes they're translations because he kind of includes in italics so many different dialects and different languages, so he translates them for you in the footnotes. And then often he will explain something that everyone in Singapore would know, but I wouldn't, so I like that. And then some are just pure gossip. Like, this is what happens when you get a facelift in Argentina. Yeah, footnotes. Pro number five, foodie fodder. There's a lot of description of high-end dining in this book and also satire of some of the more ridiculous food trends. He also describes street food, private club dining, and noodles, noodles, and more noodles. Pro number six, the ultimate beach read. If you enjoy a good fun read, you're heading to the beach, to the cottage, to the pool, wherever, this is fun and it won't tax your brain too much. You can read it in the hot sun. You don't have to read those footnotes. It's still fun. And if you like a good beach read like me, the cons I'm about to outline next will probably make you want to read it even more. As for the cons, we start off with the same old Cinderella story. If you're looking for a different kind of plot line, you're not going to find it here. It's all about the prodigal son. Prodigal? If I'm saying that wrong, let me know in the comments. Anyhow, he's not a prince, but he might as well be. The family thinks his girl isn't good enough for him. We've read this one tons of times before. I'd actually like to see an uber wealthy woman at the center of the storyline for once, but this is what we have. Con number 2, characters lacking in depth. Now this is a common affliction for chick lit, and you kind of have to choose whether you're going to get past it. Here in this case, I didn't really identify with the characters personally because I did not have this kind of super rich life, and they also didn't really have the unique thoughts that would make me more interested. But the book as a whole is a different society under a microscope, so I found that pretty interesting. I got past it, but if you're looking for something super deep in terms of characters, you're not going to find it here. Con number 3, shallow subject matter. Obviously, this is all about the 1% of the 1%. Rampant consumerism, gossip, high society, shopping, consumerism, more consumerism. I loved it, but if you are a deeper person than me, you might not. My final con, it might make you feel like you don't have enough money. This fascination has been going on in literature for years. We've all read The Great Gatsby, maybe you've read Vanity Fair, the book. It's definitely a fascination, but eyes wide open going in, you might feel after you read it that you maybe don't quite have enough. Question of the day. Are you planning on reading Crazy Rich Asians before the film comes out this summer? Let me know in the comments section. And meanwhile, I actually have the full film trailer courtesy of Warner Brothers. I've posted it on my channel. It is right here if you want to take a look, because the film comes out August 17th. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Tiffany Burns. See you soon.